What's going on, guys? Today it is D-Warrior789 bringing you a commentating session. I am on the map carrier with my MP7 silencer FMJ. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, you know what? You know what I hate? I hate these shotgun noobs right here, man. They just wait around the corner. Look at this. Wait around the corner to come get you. What kind of shotgun noob does... I'm tired of these shotgun noobs. And shotguns are overpowered in Black Ops 2. But anyways, today my topic is most embarrassing moment I've had in my school years. Oh god, this should be good. Alright, well, in 5th grade, I went to Liberty Grove here in Dallas. Rowlett, Texas. I went to Liberty Grove, and man, this day was bad. Well, let's first start off with that one of my teachers really strongly disliked me, and her name was Miss Crocker. She, like, hated me. I guess it was because I'm black. Oh god, we're going back to segregation. No, I'm just kidding. But she thought that I just wasn't a good student for some reason. The first time she laid eyes on me, it was just like, ew, Dre. Like, I don't understand it at all, man. But this was 5th grade at Liberty Grove, and my friend was like, I'm gonna pant someone today in the middle of class. And I was like, yeah. And I was just thinking in my head, he said somebody. He didn't say a specific person, so I didn't know if it was gonna be me or not. But I just went along because we were friends. I'm like, yeah, he wouldn't do that to me, man. And okay, so we go to right after lunch. We're just done eating, we're talking, we're laughing, having a great time. And all of a sudden, as I go up for my presentation, because we were doing a presentation on the dinosaurs extinction or something like that. I forgot what it was, but it was about dinosaurs, definitely. I remember that. And we went on about that, and he went first. So we were in a group together. We were in a group of 4. So I went up there with him, and I started explaining about our dinosaur and what the process of extinction was. Sorry, what the process of that was. And man, okay, this was really making me mad because I didn't know who he was gonna pants. He hasn't pantsed anybody every day, and he hasn't pantsed nobody the whole day. And we were already at lunch, and I didn't know who it was gonna be because he told me it the morning of. And apparently, it was me. Alright, so we go ahead and continue on with our dinosaur project, and he winks. And I looked over at him, but, I thought he was just playing around, so I kept going. And everybody was laughing. And my teacher was just listening. She didn't even notice that he winked or laughed or nothing. So what I did was, I went to the front of the room. I explained my process. Then as soon as I was about to say thank you guys, he went behind me, and the teacher didn't see him behind me. Pulled down my pants in front of the whole class. The whole class knew about it. Everybody was busting out laughing. And I was like, oh my god, are you serious? And I was so embarrassed. You know how you get the red face? Get out of my face, boy. Still a shotgun noob. But you know how you get embarrassed when you just, like, you get a red face when you're embarrassed? That's how I was. And everybody was laughing at me. My teacher thought I pulled down my own pants in front of the whole class. So, of course, the teacher that hates me, it has to be in that classroom, the teacher that hates me, sends me to Miss Rand, the principal. Oh, I remember this day. I remember everything about this day because this day was horrible. But she sent me to the office, and man, this really made me mad. She sent me to the office, and Miss Rand, I got a write-up. Luckily, I was in elementary school, so we don't get RAC or ISS or none of that stuff. So she sent me there, and I told her the story. I told her that my friend did it. So she calls up Harris, my friend. She calls up Harris, and she's like, did you pull down Dre's pants? And of course, my friend doesn't want to get in trouble. So what he does is lies. No, man, I didn't do that. Well, he didn't say man. He said, I think he said, no, ma'am, I didn't do that. And the teacher looked at me and thought I was laughing. So I got mad. I gave him a mean look. And I was like, dude, you're gonna get me expelled. I mean, you're gonna get me suspended. And he was like, hey, I was just kidding. It was a joke. I didn't know it was gonna go that far. So we finally worked something out, and I just told her, I just blamed it on myself, and my mom was absolutely pissed at me. And I didn't know what to do. I thought that, I thought it was a prank at first, but it turned into something more than that, and apparently now my mom was extremely mad because I got written up and I got 1 day suspension in school. In school suspension. Like, it's like a detention. Like in my elementary school, I know it's hard to believe because they usually have it in middle schools, but in my elementary school, they had detention. So I went to detention. I was like, man, this is some bull. And so when I went to detention, oh, give me that triple kill. Let's go. Anyways, when I went to detention, man, she was like, my mom was like, if you get in trouble one more time, I'm coming up to the school. And no racial comments, but black mamas don't play. So I was like, no, I can't get in trouble again. I got to tell my friends to stop playing around with me. I got to focus on my grades. Then, the day that I'm in school suspension, report cards get sent home. And back then, my mom didn't want nothing besides, she didn't want anything below an 85, or I couldn't play video games. So I was scared, man. I was like, come on, man. Please let it be good. Please let my report card be good. And I just got in trouble. I'm like, please, God. I started praying. I was like, God, please, let me live through this day. Let me play my video games, because I was already grounded for a week for in-school suspension or detention, whatever. But anyways, then, of course, I get my report card, and guess what it has on it? 81. 81. Everything else was 85 and higher. And guess what I had it in? Math. And math was Miss Crocker's class. Of course. And she knew my mom's expectations. So I had to go up there. I had to ask for extra credit. They said they couldn't change the report card around. I was like, oh, this is definitely the worst day. And all my friends were laughing at me every time, because from my principal's office, you could see the lunchroom. Every time I looked over there, pointing and laughing, I was mad. And I looked at Harris, my friend that pants me. I was like, come on, man. Are you serious? But, that was a pretty bad day. And there's still more to go. So, finally, I get out of in-school suspension. I'm done with detention. So, what I do is I go home. I eat, take a shower, do all the stuff. I finally do what I had to do. I finally gave my mom my report card. Oh God, this was scary. I was shaking. I was red. Man, I didn't want to miss out on my video games again. So what I did was I gave her the report card, and she asked for it twice. So what I did, I gave it to her. The first time I said I didn't have one, then she said I got an email saying that you did. So I was like, oh snap, man. So finally, I give it to her, and guess what? Luckily, she was in a good mood that day, because look at this fail, man. I just failed right there. But luckily, she was in a good mood today because she let me off the hook. She said next time report card comes out, it better be 85 and higher. So what I did was I made 85 and higher the next report card that came out, and she didn't discipline me. I got to play my games the next week. I talked to my principal about it. I talked to Harris about it. Me and Harris are still friends. I was just telling him, please don't do that again, because you got me in trouble. And that was the worst and most embarrassing time of my school life. It was pretty bad. And I was like, dang it. Yeah, golly, man. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Do what you can. please to help me out. It helps me out a bunch if you comment, rate, or subscribe. It helps me out a bunch, and I hope I pick up some subscribers. Thank you guys, and you guys have a wonderful day.